Another opportunity again that is coming our way, and it's so interesting, for you to listen to me, and then of course you will learn in the process of what I'm going to teach now. Now, is faith important when it comes to relationship? When it comes to making choices, is faith important? Is the religion or where this person is coming from also important? And a lot of people will say that that is not important, and then they have their reasons why they say that. Most especially, they believe that there is everybody's there's freedom of worship, there's freedom of yes, specifically worship, and then they said, okay, I mean, you can go to anywhere you want to go to, you can believe anything you want to believe, but then we can be married together as husband and wife. And then you see, from the onset, it may not look like there's a problem with that. Okay, because if it is time, you drop off, the person. If the person is a Christian, you drop off the person in the church, and then you go to where you go to. Okay, and if the person is not, and the person is perhaps in any other religion or where they meet for worship, you drop off, perhaps the lady there, and then you go your way. And so it doesn't matter. Both of you meet at home, and then you start marriage. But then something is very important in life. There has to be agreement. Like I said, if you listen or have opportunity to listen, check that video, the best statement of love. I made a video on that. You either go to at Love Trains with Chris on YouTube, or in Facebook. You can also find it there, and then you discover that in that particular place, the best statement of love, that I will be roots emphasize that your God will be my God. That is one. So it's always good. It's always good that you have the same understanding when it comes to faith, because a lot of your decisions in life will be based on your faith, based on what you believe in, what you meditate on, and that's what you practice. There's nobody who is an island, because whoever or whatever anybody submits to invariably is going to bring that into the marriage. When you begin to have children, you have to train the children. Now, on which of this faith that you're going to build your children. Let's say you're a Hindu, and then perhaps your husband is a Christian. There are differences in faith already. Now, what principle are you going to use to train the children? Will the children follow you to church if you're Christian, and then your wife is from another religion? Will they follow your wife to that place? That's when you are going to begin to have issues. From the onset, when it's just both of you, there may not be problem. You may not have anything to do. You may not have any so much issues, But then when you begin to have kids, that's when you know that it's important that both of you need to have faith, because you have to train the children in one common way. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is grown, he will not depart from it. In the way he should go. But then you have two ways. Your husband is in one way, and you in another way. And then you're going to train your children. And you know one funny thing, wives spend more time with the kids, and what they believe in is what's going to be impacted somehow to the kids. But then the man doesn't, and he doesn't spend so much time, and then there's a conflict, and then the children don't know where to go. And that's the big problem. I've seen families where the man says, yes, your mother is from this particular religion, is for this particular faith, but you aren't going to that place with her, and then you are going to follow me. And then the children are torn apart, and right from that moment the children don't know what to believe in and what is true and what they should be able to live their life after. And so when you're making your marriage choices, when you want to relate with anybody, please check the religion, check the faith, because the faith we upheld will influence our daily devotion, daily opinion in the marriage. There are certain religion, or there are certain people that believe that you can have more than one wife. And there are some that say no, like the Christian faith doesn't. It believes that one woman, that's the creation. That's the way God created things. Adam, Eve, not Adam, Eve's. These are different things. Eve's, that's more than one. But if it is Adam and Eve, it means that it's 1 to 1. So God created them male and female, not male and females. All right. So it's good. That's the principle. That's what we believe in the Christian forward. And so it's good that you understand that if you're going to be married to someone who believes you can marry 4 or 5 or 6, then know from the beginning that this is what you're in for. This is what you're in for. In case the man says, okay, I mean, you are no longer fresh for me, I need to marry 2 or 3 more, and then you begin to have issues. Please, I encourage you, no matter how much you have stayed and you're waiting for a husband, don't marry somebody who doesn't believe in your faith, who doesn't believe the things you believe in, because there must be agreement. If there's no agreement, you are going to have issues. Don't just for the sake of what the momentary gain, the gain you want to have at the moment, forsake this very vital decision in life. Now, for those who are already in it, who are already married and they are already in this faith system in their home, I encourage that the wife, if that's going to be a problem, the wife has to understand and then join the husband, because already this is what you signed for when you got into the marriage. Except when it has to do with threat to life, that's when you can call it a quit, because in any relationship, in any marriage where threat to life is already established, quit. Just leave that marriage until the atmosphere settles. I am not a proponent of divorce, but then I am not also a supporter of destruction. So if the marriage gets to the point where it becomes life-threatening, leave the marriage. All right? Because I know even based on faith, differences, some people can be threatened even to death. And so while you are beginning, when the chemistry is high, vibrating, you don't consider anything. You don't consider anything. You don't consider where the person is coming from. You don't consider the faith the person believes, because there's money. There is, and most times they don't even talk about religion from the beginning. You just feel everything is just, but it's not. Please, it is not. A time will come to begin to consider faith. At the beginning, they may not say anything. They may not say, hey, it's not a problem and all of that. You know what is driving them at that point? It's chemistry. It's love portion that is driving them. A time will come when they settle in marriage. They begin to become more conscious of the fact that their faith is important. And so please, consider faith before you make your choice. And if you have made the choice, see how you can pray through and get it right, even at that point. If you are confused, you are making a decision, you're confused and you don't know what to do, especially when it has to do with differences in faith, you can reach out to us on our WhatsApp line. You can reach out on our email, and then we'll be able to reach out, back to you and counsel you in a proper order. Until we meet again, be strong.